Hello, I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this video is all about Christina Dang and Chase Garrett. Now, Christina and Chase are a young couple who lived in Hartford, Connecticut, so that's not too far away from me. And on Father's Day, their notoriety all of a sudden was there. So we're going to try to see what happened that day, what came before it. So spirit guides, holy angels, and ancestors, gather around. Tonight we are going to Hartford, Connecticut, and I have the exact address and time that we want to be there. We're going to be working inside of a 28-minute window at the same location. So being that we got such a short window of time and we're going to stay in one place, we should be able to see what happened that caused this. Alright, so spirit guys, take us to Hartford, Connecticut. I want to be in the zip code of 06114. I want to be there on June the 19th of 2022. And I would like to be there between the time of 8:40 p.m. and 9:08 p.m. We're looking for 4 people. We have the names of 3 of them. Christina Dang is how this whole story started. So let's give a little bit of back information. But also, if too many cards come out, I will take the top and the bottom. And if the cards fall to the floor, I only take the ones that fall face down. And I would like to get 4 or more to get started with. Alright, so our story begins at a duplex house on Franklin Avenue. The exact address is 67 Franklin Avenue, Hartford, Connecticut, zip code 06114. It is 8:40 p.m. Christina Dang is outside, and in this duplex, it allows for other families to live inside the same building, but not inside the same apartment. So there's apartment, all right, we have one. So there's an apartment that is kind of on side of her, and they have a big dog over there. So at this point, Christina Dang is outside, who's 27, and the dog owner, whose age is unknown, is outside. Now, Christina had just had a baby, and it's important to note that Chase was, all right, so we have clearly too many, so I'm going to take the top and the bottom. All right, so now we have 3. We just need 1 more. All right, now back to the story. Like I was saying, Christina is outside, and the neighbor, who's a female, is a dog owner. Her and her dog is outside. Somehow the dog jumps up onto Christina, like dogs do, and it scratched her. At this point, Chase is alerted to the fact that she's been scratched by the dog, and of course there's a verbal exchange of words. We'll never know what that exchange of words is, but we may know because the person of interest has been caught. So Christina gets scratched by the dog. Her and Chase goes inside, and Chase, as far as we know, Chase retrieves a gun, and for some reason he shoots the dog owner. And now she has a counterpart or a boyfriend or consort, whoever you wants to call him, a consort. I meant to say, all right, we have our 4. Oh, 5, bonus. All right, so at this point, the female dog owner has been shot by Chase. And her boyfriend is alerted. His name is Donovan McFarland, and he's 31. All right, so let's see what we have here. And I'm doing this read before sundown in an attempt to make the card details easier to see, because a lot of times it'd be the glare and I'd be fighting with the lamp and it'd be a lot going on. All right, so let's see. We have 5 cards to start us out with. Okay, the first card is the 6 of coins. And this is people eating dinner. This happened around 8:40 p.m. to 9:08 p.m. At 28-minute window. I guess some people eat after 7 p.m. I think they call that supper. If you eat dinner at 8, yeah, that's supper. Because regular dinner is served at 5. And some people eat at 7. So I said all that to say it was dinner time for them. All right. You have people eating dinner. Okay, so the next card. This was actually the first card. This is the one that had fell to the floor. Well, yeah, this was the first card. It is the 8 of Swords. Which generally means someone being trapped in their head. Let's see what's on here. This is the scratch. Yeah, this is when she got scratched by the dog. See, scratching his leg right here. So this would be the catalyst. This is when Christina Dang, who's 27, gets scratched. So thank you, Spirit, for showing us we are firmly in the energy. All right, and we also have the Lovers card that came out. Now this just denotes couples, lovers. It also can mean Gemini. I'm a Gemini, so this is our card, but that's not what this is about right now. This is about couples loving and protecting each other. And if you can see, the camera stopped being fuzzy. There's a gun in the bed with them. So not only are they couples, but they are armed couples. Let me see if I can get this smudge out of there. All right. So like I was saying, these couples have guns. And they are readily available. People never put their guns away these days. The guns just be out at all times, just ready. All right. The next card that came out is the 6 of Swords cards, which could be mean moving away, but in this deck it means a sanctuary. See, both couples live there in this duplex. I've lived in a duplex before. If they build it knowing that it's going to be an apartment building, it's a little better because the walls are thicker. But a lot of times what they do is they turn big estates into duplexes, and they really just divide it up into sections, and you can hear through the wall just like you would if it was a family home. So this here is actually showing the duplex that they lived in together. We're getting some good energy. I might have to start doing readings at this time all the time. I think it's around 3:47, and it's Friday. Yes, 3:27, and it's Friday, June the 24th. I had to look at the calendar. All right, so the next card, which the last card, is the Ace of Wands. And again, with the gun. So first, let's, I want to clarify the scratch. Because the dinner time, we know what people do at dinner time, they eat. So let's clarify the scratch on the leg card to kind of see what they talked about afterwards, or what words were said. All right, Spirit. So thank you for bringing us into the energy as we are at 67 Franklin Avenue in Hartford, Connecticut, zip code 06114. It's between the times of 8:40 p.m. and 9:08 p.m. Christina, who is a new mother, is outside. It's dinner time. The neighbor has come out with her dog, and the dog has jumped up. And, oh, wait, that just flipped out like that. And this is quite a bit, so we're going to take the top and the bottom. All right, let's see what it is. Then I'm going to continue on, because I want to know what the words were as after she got scratched. All right, so we have the 8 of... Where did I put those cards like that? All right, so we have the 8 of Pentacles. And I'm laughing because as soon as I seen it, this is the Edgar Allan Poe deck. I forgot to announce what deck it is. This is the Edgar Allan Poe deck, and this card just shows him working on himself. But as I looked at the card, Spirit was like the dog had been working on her nerves. Like this was not the first time this dog has done that. And as you look at the card, there's 8 little pinnacles all around. And as I was taking the notes, getting ready to do this case, Spirit said that they you know how you go look at an apartment before you move in to go see what it's like? Spirit said they seen that dog before they seen anything else. Before they went inside the apartment, before they seen the neighbors. Maybe the dog was chained up somewhere. And Spirit says when from the moment they looked at the dog, like their fate was sealed. And when you go to see a new apartment and there's a dog in the yard, you don't think like, this dog is gonna cause my death. But yeah, the dog had been working on her nerves. This was up to the 8th time this dog had been disturbing. Alright. And also the Temperance card came out. And this card, as you can see, one card is dark. One cup is dark and the other cup is light. It changes as it goes over. So it's like something changing from like, excuse my language, but something going from sugar to shit. And this could be the relationship between the 2 females. Because at this point, it's just the 2 women outside and the dog has jumped up. Both of the males and their guns are still inside. So I still want to know a little bit more about that moment. So we're gonna use the spider deck. Spirit, you've shown me in the moment that the dog has jumped up on Christina outside in the driveway of 67 Franklin Avenue, and the zip code is 06114. We're outside now with just the 2 women, and the dog has scratched Christina. Can you tell me what was the mood between... Ooh. All right. I was about to ask what was the mood between the 2 ladies. This came out. Deceit possible. So this deceit, it's kind of like leading somebody astray, or just kind of like this woman is taking him to the pit, like she's carrying him to the pit right here from the fall into it. But also when I look at this card, it's a woman enticing a man to come to do something. So it could be at this point that maybe one of them begin to call for their mate or their boyfriend. I'm gonna ask just one more question about the scratch and then I'm gonna move on, because I'm just really interested in it because this is what started it. All right, so let's use the Beauty of Horror deck to see what happened after the woman went to get the man, because this is definitely what this is. The more I look at this card, is after the dog scratched the woman, one of the women immediately went and got the man. And since Chase, Christina's boyfriend, shot first, this could be like the word exchange went from sugar to shit. The dog had been working on her nerves already, and she goes to get the boyfriend. Now, let's see what she tells the boyfriend when she goes inside. Spirit, you've shown me that Christina has gotten scratched and has gone inside to tell Chase about what... Dang it. Sometimes it let me get the whole questions out, sometimes it don't. Alright, so what came out with when she went inside is the Ace of Pentacles card. Let's see if anything's on here. They're showing me these lilies. Like these lilies, they in tarot, these white flowers, it means like new birth, like starting over again. But mainly it means like new life or new birth. And they did have a new baby. In an hour before he was shot and murdered, he had made a post on Facebook about how proud he was, and this was his very first Father's Day. I wonder what Christina was doing outside at 8:40. I mean, you can go outside your house. I mean, it's not illegal to be outside. But I would like to know what she was out there doing. Some people say she was holding a baby when she was shot. Some people say she was not. But it was just the two of them in there. So the energy alone when she went inside the house is the energy of being like a new father to a new birth, to a newborn. There's a good chance when she went back inside, he was holding the baby and she passed the baby over. Spirit, can you tell me a little bit more about what she said? Or did she show him the scratch? What was the exchange like when she went and... Alright, this one flipped over. Alright, now, I'm trying to ask what the conversation was about. And the 10 of Cups, or this is the 9 of Cups, is, you know, you got everything you want inside your home. Everything is in place. The happy wife, happy life card. But also you see blood on the chainsaw and on his clothing here. And we're asking about the chainsaw. So I guess he may have stated inside the house that I'm about to go shoot somebody. All right. So let's go from this card. Let's clarify the gun card, because that seems to be what happened when she went back inside. All right, now get a little bit on it. Okay, we'll keep using the stick. Spirit, you show me that Chase has retrieved a gun. And we're still at 67 Franklin Avenue. At this point, 3 people are outside. Christina's outside. Chase is outside. All right, this one flipped over. Chase is outside and the female dog owner is outside. Chase has gone to get his gun and come back outside. All right. So we have 2 cars on going inside to get the gun. We have the Hanged Man and the Emperor. Now the energy of this Hangman, it's always the energy of the waiting card. But I don't know where this woman was shot at, but as you can see, the bright light or the bang is on this person's head. So I know she's still in the hospital. And the guy who comes out next, because his energy is on his lover's card. So we still got 2 cards to clarify. But not only is this shot near the near the head, it's giving me the energy of kind of knowing that this was going to happen, was waiting. The Hangman is always waiting to either die or get rescued, or I don't know what if he thinks like the ropes are going to rot and he's going to fall and get away or something. But I think this card is signifying that she was shot in the upper body, because this is not just the head, it's also the shoulder area. Let's just say she wasn't shot in the leg. All right, now this Emperor card here, the Emperor is a director. He usually kind of state what's going to happen or what should happen. But what they're showing me is like, you see all of these bats that are flying around him all of a sudden. Like, excuse my expression, like, oh, now we got bats out of hell, which is generally an expression used when somebody is coming in hot really fast. Let's see what Chase's energy was like before Donovan came outside, when he had just shot the woman, if there were any regret or remorse there. Spirit, you have shown me Chase, after shooting the woman, that he is sitting there or standing there waiting for the bats, or waiting to see, how this is going to unfold. Can you give me the energy he has towards the woman that he has just shot? How does he feel about this now? All right. So we have cards that came out over here and cards that came out over here. So let's do these two first. All right, now this is the second time the Lover's card has come out, because this is the Lover's card. So this here is him and Christina. They're a lovely couple. And then the Fool card, which looks a lot like the World card in this deck. But the Fool card is again coming in hot, not really knowing what's going to happen. But it was done in defense of, of his home, of his family. That's a lot of thing about those duplexes, when you can hear through the walls and stuff. And then also you feel like if you live there longer, that you have seniority, and you're kind of in control because you've been there the longest. So there's a moment where you have to, I don't want to say be assertive, but you kind of have to state that you have the right to be there as well. All right, let's see what these are, even though they just randomly came out. All right, so we have the 10 of Needles, which is generally it means rock bottom. It's 22 minutes. I don't want it to go too long because it takes forever to upload. And the other card that came out was the 7 of Candles, which means a challenge of some type. And another 10, two tens, the 10 of Presents, which is again somebody protecting their home. You see the way this snake is coiled around the Presents? And all 10 presents are there. Like, this is, your whole life is here. Your kids, your property, your lover, everything is there. And like just trying to hold it together, trying to protect it. And, this dog is getting in the way of that. So I'm starting to feel anger towards this dog. Like, it's a problem that's going to have to be dealt with. All right, let's get into Donovan's energy. He's the one who came out of the house in defense of the female dog owner and shot and killed Christina and Chase. Dang it, if my nails will let me get this card, I'm going to slide it all the way off the table. All right, so let's put it in the middle. All right, so this is the female dog owner and Donovan's energy. It's quite the contrast. Where is there at? Okay, so this is Chase and Christina's energy. And this is the dog owner and Donovan's energy. So we have two couples. Now this couple has their gun out already. That's what I said. We're gonna dig into his energy. Donovan, the one who actually killed two people. Alright. I wonder if he was the one that was inside eating when this whole thing happened. We're gonna clarify. And to do that, we're gonna go back to the Edgar Allan Poe deck. They had a lot going on in that duplex. And we still have this Six of Swords card to clarify next to the actual property at 67 Franklin. Let me put that up here. So, all right, let me hurry up. All right. Spirit, you've shown me Donovan McFarland's energy, who's 31 years old, and he also lives at 67 Franklin Avenue in Hartford, Connecticut, in the zip code of 06114. He was there. All right, this card came out. I was about to say that he was there the night that this happened. Now this is interesting. This is how he sees himself. Like the reflection of the woman looking back down into her own reflection. Look at her, the expression on her face. If my camera will focus good enough. You know what? I'm seriously considering buying an iPhone. I think I might do it. All of these years, I have been an Android lover, but it might be time. All right. Now, back to what I was saying. Donovan is very vain person. You know, he means what he says and says what he means. And that expression on his face says this is not a joke at all. All right, Spirit. Well, thank you for showing me his energy. Spirit, can you tell me if did he mean to kill Christina and Chase, or was this an accident? Did he mean to kill them, or was this an accident? I'm asking about. All right, we had two cards that came out, and did he mean to kill them? Nah. So what came out is the Five of Swords. Watch, I'm gonna watch this tape over and be so mad because it's not focusing right. And the Three of Pentacles came out. Now, the Five of Swords card. This is I forget the name of the story in Edgar Allan Poe, but this man has been used up, and he's like done completely fell apart. Like all of his limbs have come apart. But also, we're asking about the energy of, did he mean to kill them or just harm them? And I think we have our answer. This is somebody that's been taken apart. Like, this is more than just harmed, you know. They've been dismantled, dismembered. And also, this Three of Pentacles card is this story about these Jewish people that thought they were buying something. So they sent their real gold down there, and what they got in return was swine. And it was offensive, very offensive to them that they had you know, traded their hard-earned money and got swine in return. Together, these two cards are giving me the energy of he was gonna give them something in return for shooting the female dog owner, and what he gave them was you know, the end of the road. And it's a shame because that lovely 4-month-old child has been orphaned because of this. And the other lady's still in the hospital because she was shot in the upper body. All right, so let's go to the Six of Swords card. Now, this is the actual inside of the duplex, because this whole thing happened in the driveway. So this is inside of the duplex. Now, it's important to note that I think Christina and Chase hadn't lived there very long, but they moved there to be closer to Chase's family. So let's see what the moods were like inside of the apartment, shall we? What were they in there doing? Gonna use the Tarot and Wonderland deck. All right, Spirit, we're at 67 Franklin. And now let's go 6 weeks into the past. So you can move away from Father's Day, the day of June the 19th of 2022. And now let's go to the date of May the 15th of 2022. It's a Sunday. Oh, so this flipped over already. It's a Sunday and both of the couples are home. What is the mood inside of the duplex on May the 15th of 2022? This is 6 weeks before the killing. What was the... Oh, all right. You get 3 cards and it fell face down. All right. Oh, my goodness. So she done come out twice. So this is 6 weeks before this even happened. And you see this, the red queen, the queen of hearts from the tarot land. She's the one who wants to always wanting to cut people's heads off, like off with their heads, off with their heads. So yeah, the mood between the 2 couples was, you know, not good already. And this was 6 weeks before this happened. And also what came out is the 8 of Wands, which is, you know, a lot of messages. Things happen very quickly, but the spirit is telling me that these are messages between Christina and Chase to the landlord that was probably complaints about the dog. And all of these messages are red. Like, see, they're on red cards telling me that, you know, the messages were red. So they have made their complaints. And, you know, way back on May the 15th, it was brewing. It was brewing. Sometimes young couples just can't really live together in such a close space. And, you know, Chase was, you know, his first Father's Day. So, of course, he was wanting to, you know, prove that he can protect his home. And, you know, Donovan comes out and, you know, he's a hothead. They've been living there the longest. They had the dog. Everybody's seen the dog when they first pull up. You could see the dog. You could walk away right there and say, I don't want to live here because it's a dog. But it was kind of like a fateful event. Be very careful where you move. All right, I am Cleopatra Wallace. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because who knows what's going to happen next.